Yeah, let's move on that for a second. Let's talk about the Huddersfield game at Wembley, and obviously we were in such a good position in the penalty shootout. It wasn't a classic for the
No.
first 120 minutes. I was just thinking for a second: is there anything that you wish, if you went back to that time, you would have done differently? I'm not saying you made any mistakes or anything like that. Is there anything that, thinking back, you would have done differently?
Um, I don't think so. No, I don't think we could have done anything differently. We put a team out which we felt was the strongest.
Mm.
Obviously, you're going to be without key players, which we were. I think in terms of the players that we had available to us, it was possibly the strongest one we had. And when it comes, like you say, at the end, and you get beat 7-6 or something like that, or 8-7, in penalties, and your keeper's the one that's missing, you can't really put the pin it on Steve Simpson. But the ones that took the penalties early on, I can remember Matty Loughton, one of our best penalty takers, absolutely fantastic. Taylor, he was fantastic talent with a great
He
left
was
foot.
he was brought on to take one, wasn't he?
Yes, it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
one of our best. He never missed. But it's just like everybody says, on the day in front of, enormous fans like that, and the pressure takes over. You sometimes don't know how people will react to it. And he just got it wrong. So our key players, had missed penalties. Up steps Collins,
Yeah.
and he sticks one in the top corner. And you think, where's that come from? He shouldn't be doing that. If anything, he's going to miss, but
I
he didn't.
know. Do you know what? You're absolutely right, because I remember I've watched that back a few times. I'm one of these blades that are glutton for punishment and like to watch these things back. And looking back on it, like you've just said, there were so many players in that penalty shootout that missed that you expected to score.
Yeah.
And like it went on and on and on. Like it was sudden death for what seemed to be ages. And I'm thinking, oh God, he's definitely going to miss. Oh, he's as a defeatist sort of Yorkshireman, it's like, he's definitely going to miss. And they just kept scoring and scoring and scoring.
I still argue the fact now that goalkeepers have to take penalties. I think it's a poor indictment of our football now that something so big has to go back to the goalkeepers. They have their own job. They're so tough enough keeping the ball out the net, not trying to put it in it.
Yeah,
we have outfield players who, can practice that every week. Goalkeepers don't practice that every week. They try and keep the ball out, as I said. So I think they should be exempt from it. 1 to 10 and go back again from 10 to 1 or 1 to 10 again. And the goalkeepers are in there to save, the ones that's against them. So whether that'll ever change, I doubt it. Maybe that adds to the excitement, I suppose. So maybe it's not going to end. But I really felt for Simo, at that time. He just got it wrong, and which anybody can. But when he's a goalkeeper taking it, the pressure was off, and the pressure was put onto them to a certain degree, but they'd scored there. So very sad, and a very sad way to lose out on the playoffs.
Yeah, and then Steve Simonson was let go after that. Was that always the plan, that Simo was going to be let go after that game, whether we won or lost?
Well, yeah, I think Simo got things lined up as well. Out of contract, and he had a few clubs that were looking for him. I think the travelling, if I can remember rightly, he didn't like the travelling because he's coming from Liverpool every day, to and from to Liverpool. Quite exhausting for him, I suppose. And he was doing that prior to when I came in as well. So, he was doing it for a couple of years. Perhaps he just got enough of it, and just said, I think thanks very much, but I'm going to try somewhere else, maybe a bit closer to home. And so he did, and he went to Scotland.
Yeah. That was very, very close. Yeah.
But I think he moved up there. I don't think he travelled every day.
He obviously just didn't want to move to Sheffield, did he? That's what it was.
Possibly not.
Hates the hills. Yeah.